Look, television itself is brainwashing. When you tune into every major cop show, every major cartoon, every major wartime video game, I'm not exaggerating. It's got to be everyone. Because listeners send us all the video clips of this stuff. I've seen in the last month probably 5 different video games that are out this year where you fight Tea Party people and gun owners and kill them because they're terrorists. I don't even hardly watch television or movies. And when I do, the bad guy loves the Second Amendment and George Washington. That's brainwashing. Earlier this year, in January, the Pentagon came out and said, we're going to stop lying because of Matt Drudge. So to stop lying, we're going to engage in psyops domestically. And they changed the law so they could. That's the lie. We're going to stop lying by openly lying. And the military itself is more psyop than anybody. That's why the military is the most awake group out there. Well, we've got to be careful about alienating them because they're the people that aren't ignorant like the public and do know they've been training for gun confiscation and do know all this is happening. We're going to go to your calls and give you the floor and move quickly to the next person. So I've had folks holding for an hour because a guest came on. After Fritz leaves us here in a moment, I'm going to go into overdrive with the Joe Rogan and more. But, Fritz, you're going to be on the Nightly News tomorrow night for 30 minutes. Next week on the radio for an hour. A lot of times people in news obviously move a guest if it's not on topic. You are on topic. It's important. I want to delve into these documents and discuss it. But the culture itself is brainwashing. The fluoride in the water to lower IQ and to make other drugs have a higher effect as an adjuvant. That's pharmakeia mind control. Putting 25 million kids on Ritalin, another 60 million on Prozac-type drugs, death education, increasing suicides. We're in a mind control culture where the president says 2 + 2 = 5. And if you built a business, you didn't build it. I mean, aren't we already basting in just general mind control? Fritz Springmeier, author of Bloodlines, the Illuminati.
Yes, exactly. And I wanted to finish my thought just when we took break, and that was in a place like Ferguson, what they have done is, and this is going to happen repeatedly in the United States, when you have these riots and stuff, they have actually programmed people with this trauma-based mind control to become leaders of the rioters. They're people that have been taken and trained, their certain parts of their minds alters. You can see the type of programming I'm talking about if you watch this Charles Bronson movie, Telephone. And so these people can be triggered, and then they will go into their leadership mode where you have a crowd and they will take control of the crowd. So that's a little scary, because if you're somebody who's sincerely protesting, the next thing you know, you'll be caught up in a movement that's controlled by the elite, and you won't even know it. The people that are taking control of the crowds, as well as the police, you've got this controlled chaos. And so, yeah, we're looking at some serious things coming down the pike. You've been warning people. You've been talking about how our government is ready for the financial crisis and chaos, how they've stocked up on the weapons. And so you're on top of it, and I appreciate that you're warning people. This is definitely things that are on the Illuminati agenda. And then the long-range plans, like I'm talking about, are to take us down to population reduction. So you can rest assured that after they stress us out with a number of things like a financial crisis, then they will, and the American dollar will be dethroned as the world's reserve currency. Then we will see the plagues come in. I think that this is this is just scaring people right now with the Ebola thing. I'm concerned.
I agree. They're just getting everything in place, the compartmentalization, the preparation, while deindustrializing, posing as the saviors. And again, the average cop or military or bureaucrat doesn't even know. That's how the globalists all have written that in public books. Tragedy and Hope, Brzezinski's books, Eco Science, literally hundreds of books they've written. Men in Power is a political retrospective written by the German Chancellor, Helmut Schmidt. all admitting how they do this. That's what's so crazy, is so much of it is admitted. And now they're just selling everyone on the idea of authoritarian control for security, but really the authoritarian control is coming in to take out their real enemy, any wealthy or middle-class folks that aren't part of the system.
Right. They're solidifying their control as if they need more control.
Well, Fritz, I got to say, you are on fire today. You'll be on the Nightly News tomorrow for 30 minutes. Okay. And then did we choose a date for you to come on next week yet?
Yes. Not yet, but we can do it.
Guys, let's look at the calendar and pick one right now so I can tell the audience. I just want to tell the audience what date would be good. I mean, Fritz, just let us know a date that's good next week in the third hour, 1 o'clock Central, and you're on, okay?
Okay, it looks like my schedule's free during the week.
All right, good. Well, we'll talk to you right now off air. Fritz Springmeier, folks, Bloodlines Illuminati, Fritz Springmeier, the book, available at InfoWarsStore.com. Thank you so much, Fritz. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on the Nightly News and next week. What a godsend. He's got good internet and good Skype, so we can have him on as a regular guest. Now, I haven't really plugged a lot in the last 2 hours, okay? 2 hours, 40 minutes. I want to go right to your calls. Tom, Chris, and others that are patiently holding. John, Alex, Brian, we'll get to all of you. Briefly, we are running a 10% off special at InfoWarsStore.com when everything else is already discounted. We've got 30+% discounts on Survival Shield, Nascent Iodine, and Fluoride Shield, the detoxifying chelator. We've already got that special going. We've got 25% off on Fluoride Shield by itself. We've got a bunch of other specials running right now at InfoWarsLife.com. And I think Silver Bullet's sold out, isn't it? That's why it's not on the site now. So when I tell you something's selling out, folks, I'm not making it up. That's InfoWarsLife.com. 10% off everything, books, videos, Infowars.com camo hats, nickel and brass Patriot belt buckles. A bunch of those have sold out now. We've got a few of the designs left, limited edition. Made in America, InfoWarsStore.com, and your purchase during this crazy time makes the whole operation possible. And again, I don't think we've reached the total crisis point yet. All of this is to maneuver us into that position. The Survival Mega Seed Vaults, best price, non-GMO, super high quality, at prices no one else can top, 10% off with promo code 10 at checkout. Applies a blanket 10% off your entire order. We already have the lowest price on almost everything, or very competitive. You know, we sign agreements and stuff that we can't even sell stuff for even lower because that drives down the whole market of some of the stuff we carry. The best stuff. Well, I can do 10% off the whole blanket at checkout. I guess there is, they told me Silver Bullet was sold out, but I do see it up there. That's confusing. The point is, InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com, 888-253-3139. And whatever you do, spread the word about the broadcast. Spread the word about your local AM and FM affiliates and support those local sponsors or become a sponsor, and ask stations that are carrying us on the weekend to carry us during the week. Or if they're carrying us at night, tell them to carry us during the day. That's what happens with almost every affiliate. They carry us on the weekend with a live Sunday show, then they pick us up weeknights, and then they carry us live. And that's what happens because people are hungry for the truth. And look, I'm here trying to cover the sensational nature of reality, to get people out of their comfort zone, to get them out of their trance so they see how serious things are, so we get past the normalcy bias and people get upset and we can turn back the tide. Obama opening the borders without even an executive order. An executive order would be treason. Just doing it. Putting our military under UN control in NATO. Running all these scams, fast and furious. Shutting down our power plants. Common Core. Looting the Treasury with banker bailouts. I mean, it is just... it's insane. We have a chance to turn it around if we decide we can, if we decide to get involved and quit only caring about football or Dancing with the Stars. Anybody who watches cop shows where every episode a gun owner is going to mass murder people or a veteran is going to mass murder, I mean, none of that's really happening. Statistically, conservatives and libertarians have the lowest crime rate. Look it up in the Justice Department's own numbers. Constitutionalists, the lowest crime rate. I mean, you start researching patriots, we are like the most law-abiding good people. What does the government do? Oh, they're the bubbas. They're going to rebel. Well, of course you try to take our guns or stick us in a FEMA camp. Yeah. We're not going to go loot stores and throw Molotov cocktails. You know what's going to happen. And the globalists want to execute the military and the police running that operation. And I keep telling people this isn't a game, okay? I'm going to shut up now. Tom in New York, you've been holding since earlier. You made some points. Finish in 1 minute right now. I got to get to Chris and John and Alex and Brian and others. Go ahead.
You got it. You're getting your edge back, but that's exactly it. This all needs to stop so that everybody stops being played pawns into this to corral everybody into what you're talking about. I'm begging the St. Louis County coroner, medical examiner's office, as well as a forensic tech